Spanish Lesson 35, the Subjunctive, an Introduction. In today's lesson, we are going to begin to look at the subjunctive. What is the difference between tense and mood? While tense tells us when an action takes place in the past, present, future, mood tells us how the speaker feels about the action. The subjunctive is not a tense, it is a mood. Although rarely used in English, the subjunctive is very common in Spanish. What is the indicative? Until now, we have studied verb tenses in the indicative mood. The indicative mood is used to express factual information, certainty, and objectivity. Have a look at the sentence.
Yo estudio literatura.
I study literature. The sentence merely reports the fact that you study literature, so the indicative mood is used. Let us change the above example slightly.
No dudo que tú estudias literatura.
I don't doubt that you study literature. In the above sentence, the expression no dudo indicates certainty. Thus, the indicative mood is used again, estudias. Let's make another change to our example.
Dudo que tú estudies literatura.
I doubt that you study literature. In this sentence, the clause dudo introduces uncertainty. The speaker has doubt, so the subjunctive mood is used, estudies. To sum up, the subjunctive mood is used to express everything except certainty and objectivity. It is used, for example, to express doubt, uncertainty, and subjectivity, etc. How to form the subjunctive. The majority of verbs form the present subjunctive by following these three steps. Take the yo form of the present indicative, drop the o ending, and add the following endings. AR verbs.
Es, hemos, eis, en.
ER and IR verbs.
Has, hamos, hais, han.
Have a look at the conjugation of these verbs in the present subjunctive. Regular AR verbs like bailar.
Yo bailo. Bailo.
Take off the O to give bail. We always use the stem bail plus equals
Baile.
plus s equals
Bailes.
plus equals
Baile.
plus hemos equals
Bailemos.
plus es equals
Bailéis.
plus n equals.
Baile.
Regular ER verbs like beber.
Yo bebo. Bebo.
Take off the O to give beb. We always use the stem beb. Plus a equals
Beba.
plus as equals
Bebas.
plus a equals
Beba.
plus amos equals
Bebamos.
plus ais equals
Bebáis.
plus an equals.
Beban.
Regular IR verbs like escribir.
Yo escribo. Escribo.
Take off the O to give escrib. We always use the stem escrib plus a equals
Escriba.
plus as equals
Escribas.
plus a equals
Escriba.
plus amos equals
Escribamos.
plus ais equals
Escribáis.
plus an equals.
Escriban.
Note, the formula also works for verbs that have irregular yo forms in the present indicative. Consider these examples.
Conducir. Yo conduzco. Conduzco.
Take off the O to give conduzc. We always use the stem conduzc. Plus a equals
Conduzca.
plus as equals
Conduzcas.
plus a equals
Conduzca.
plus amos equals
Conduzcamos.
plus ais equals
Conduzcáis.
plus an equals.
Conduzcan. Valer. Yo valgo. Valgo.
Take off the O to give valg. We always use the stem valg. Plus a equals
Valga.
plus as equals
Valgas.
plus a equals
Valga.
plus amos equals
Valgamos.
plus ais equals
Valgáis.
plus an equals.
Valgan.
Stem changing verbs in the present subjunctive. For AR and ER stem changing verbs, the formula applies except that there is no stem change in the nosotros and vosotros form. Consider these examples.
Calentar. Yo caliento. Caliento.
Take off the O to give caliente. We always use the stem caliente. Plus E equals
Caliente.
plus S equals
Calientes.
plus E equals
Caliente.
plus hemos equals
Calentemos.
plus es equals
Calentéis.
plus n equals.
Calienten. Volar. Yo vuelo. Vuelo.
Take off the O to give vuel. We always use the stem vuel. Plus E equals
Vuele.
plus S equals
Vueles.
plus E equals
Vuele.
plus hemos equals
Volemos.
plus es equals
Voléis.
plus n equals.
Vuele. Volver. Yo vuelvo. Vuelvo.
Take off the O to give vuel. We always use the stem vuel. Plus a equals
Vuelva.
plus as equals
Vuelvas.
plus a equals
Vuelva.
plus amos equals
Volvamos.
plus is equals
Volváis.
plus an equals.
Vuelvan.
For IR stem changing verbs, the formula applies except when the stem change in the nosotros and vosotros forms follows these patterns. O to UE verbs change O to U. E to IE verbs change E to I. E to I verbs change E to I. Consider these examples.
Morir. Yo muero. Muero.
Take off the O to give muer. We always use the stem muer apart from in the nosotros and vosotros form when we use mur. Muer plus a equals
Muera.
plus as equals
Mueras.
plus a equals
Muera.
plus amos equals
Muramos.
plus is equals
Muráis.
plus an equals.
Mueran. Pedir. Yo pido. Pido.
Take off the O to give pid. Pid plus a equals
Pida.
plus as equals
Pidas.
plus a equals
Pida.
plus amos equals
Pidamos.
plus is equals
Pidáis.
plus an equals.
Pida.
Orthographic changes in the present subjunctive. Several types of orthographic spelling changes occur in the present subjunctive in order to preserve the sound of the infinitive. Let's have a look at the different types of orthographic changes. For verbs that end in thad, the Z changes to C when it comes before the letter E. For example,
Comenzar.
E to IE.
Comience. Comiences. Comience. Comencemos. Comencéis. Comiencen.
For verbs that end in a head or hid, the G changes to a J when it comes before the letter A.
Recoger. Recoja. Recojas. Recoja. Recojamos. Recojáis. Recojan.
For verbs that end in gid, the gu changes to G when it comes before the letter A.
Conseguir.
E to I.
Consiga. Consigas. Consiga. Consigamos. Consigáis. Consigan.
For verbs that end in gad, the C changes to a QU when it comes before the letter E.
Rascar. Rasque. Rasques. Rasque. Rasquemos. Rasquéis. Rasquen.
For verbs that end in gad, the G changes to gu when it comes before the letter E.
Alargar. Alargue. Alargues. Alargue. Alarguemos. Alarguéis. Alarguen.
For verbs that end in uir, add the letter Y before the letter A.
Construir. Construya. Construyas. Construya. Construyamos. Construyáis. Construyan.